It should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Atlanta Braves. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway and getting to start. Spencer Strider.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The pitch. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now and watches strike one. Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot.
It's a good take.
The 1-2. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Randall Grichuk in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strider, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a 2-seamer. One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 outs, base is empty. That one missed.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Got it. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back. And today's starter, Brandon Pfaadt. What's the scouting report on him?
power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. on a line, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Line drive, caught.
Batting third.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really.
Can't glove it cleanly to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Batting fourth.
Here's Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
That one is absolutely belted. No one can get there. It falls in. One runs in, runner around third. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Austin Riley, and that's a base hit. Here comes Olson around third. He scores, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Bounce to the left side, and it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Back-to-back singles. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit, and that should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 4. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well done. Drives in the run. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. 1 run is in. The throw in. He's in there. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brandon, a new arm into the game, the righty, Ryan Thompson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
1 down. So here's Murphy now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Lined, and that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite.
There's one.
No, you're out.
So digging in, Michael Harris.
The designated hitter, Michael Harris.
And that one is lifted in the air. Gurriel has it sized up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. So Top of the second. Now it's going to be Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte.
The right-hander back to work. Fought off foul. Singy, here's a fun nugget. Through the 2022 season, only 8 players ever had at least 3 career postseason hits, where all of those hits were for extra bases. And you're one of them. A dive, and he can't haul it in. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, not to brag, Boog, but my postseason extra base hits were pretty special, too. 2 doubles off of Pedro Martinez in 2003 and an RBI triple off Freddie Garcia in 2000.
And now it's Christian Walker. And there's a foul ball. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Singy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher. And one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
That one ripped. Nabs it, 1 down. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Chopped out in front of the plate. Tosses to first, and 2 away now.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You've got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Eugenio Suarez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. This one in the air. Squeezes it, and that'll do it. Left for Arizona, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back at Truist Park, stepping in the long ball threat, JT Cap. Thompson back to work. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Here is Matt Olson.
Now batting.
A double and a run scored his first time up.
Olson.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Cat around second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. The tag out. So man aboard. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. 2 away. Man at first, Marcell Ozuna. Next up for the Braves. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Here goes the runner. Looked to shorten his swing that time, and it pays off. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Doubled his first time up. Double steal. And it's fouled away. Right-handed reliever. And that's a fair ball. Olson around third. 1 run is in.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Braves 7 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Alek Thomas now. And a pitch. And that one hammered. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. So man aboard. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. That's in there. Next offering is in for a strike. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Struck out swinging his first time. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
And that misses off the outside edge. Smash down the left field line. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double. A run comes into the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Man at second with one away. Randall Grichuk now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one fouled off. The Diamondbacks with a lot of ground to make up here in game one of the NLDS. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. Cut off, throw to second. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Just missed.
Corbin Carroll was an easy choice for Rookie of the Year in 2023. Voters made him the unanimous choice.
And a base hit into right center field. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 7-3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
Marte batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Out to short. Dives, and he can't hang on. He doesn't have a throw. A tough play, and now there are runners at first and second.
The first baseman, Christian Walker.
So first and second with one gone. And now Christian Walker. 0 for 1 so far. That one finds the corner. And it's 0-1. Two on, one out. That misses the zone. Ball one. Big swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
In the air, right side. And Acuna able to make the grab.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes.
So Gurriel. First and second with 2 outs. Here's Gurriel. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
That one out to right. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 7 and the Diamondbacks back here in Atlanta. And now Sean Murphy. And the pitch. In the air, out towards left center. Gurriel handles the chance. Back when they started construction on Truist Park, Freddie Freeman and Hank Aaron laid down ceremonial bricks, but the first brick was put down by Eustace Morris. He's the same person who laid the first stones for Old Fulton County Stadium and Turner Field. Hit in the air, center field. And it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Like you said, Boog, the Braves have really done a great job of honoring their history here at Truist Park. When they had their first game, Hank threw out the first pitch to former manager Bobby Cox, and they both have statues in Monument Garden.
Over to Perdomo. Ow. That's one. Over to first, but he beats it. Man at first. Now at the plate, JT Cap.
JT Cap.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Gurriel drop step going back. And forget it. A two-run homer. It's 9-3.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Joe Mantiply.
And with the big Arizona deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing now.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. They go back-to-back, and they add a run. It's 10-3.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And, you know, he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. Hauls it in on the warning track. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 10-3. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Back at Truist Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Eugenio Suarez. The wind of the pitch. Late on that fastball.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
0-2.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Kicks and deals. Swings through it for the K. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there. Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Ground ball left side. Nice stop. The throw to the plate, and he's in there. And a run comes in to score. So first and second with one man gone. Next to hit for Arizona, Randall Grichuk. Strike one. And that one sliced foul. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the grab, 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it, just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's in there. 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
An at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And there's a hit around third. Oh, he throws it away.
Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. The D-backs with a chance to get back into it. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Cap makes the play, and that is that. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Braves 10 and the Diamondbacks 5. Game 1 of the division series. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Mantiply back to work. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Thomas going back on this one. And that one's gone. And they add to their lead. It's 11-5. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
And Albies is retired. And there's 1 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. 1 for 2. This one in the air right field. Carroll moves towards it. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Here's Sean Murphy, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. On the ground. Throws to first in time. And that is the inning. Braves get 1 on the big fly. We played 4. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. And the batter now, Christian Walker. First pitch just misses.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
2-1.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a hole.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And it is gone. And they cut into the deficit. It's 11-7.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at bat. You watch him from the on deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Suarez up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Now 1-1.
1-1.
In the air to left center. Under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Slapped foul. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
0-2 now. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Murphy down to first with it. And there's two gone following the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching and thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Moreno now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. High fly ball out towards left field. That one is back. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Perdomo at the plate and takes high there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs. And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, number 30. So the lineup flips over. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Kicks and fires. In the air, left field. Gurriel has it sized up. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Hitter.
And now the DH, Michael Harris. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
JT Cap now at the plate. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Ground ball could be 2. Perdomo tossed the second, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Braves 11 and the Diamondbacks 7. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
33, A.J. Minter.
This to third, and it gets by him.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Carroll stands in now and watches strike one. Swung on, belted. That's back. And gone. And they close the gap. It's 11-9. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Ketel Marte. Popped up. One away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Walker, batting with one down, takes a strike. That one's in there. That is strike two.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the...
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. And that's a great play for the out. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's already homered here in this one. In the air, right field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Gathers and throws. It's there, and that's a great play.
Making it look.
Bottom of the sixth inning. Matt Olson up to the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
The right-hander back to work. Can't glove it cleanly. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Now the third baseman, Austin Riley. 1 for 3. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they add on. It's 12-9. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Stepping in, Marcell Ozuna. This one smoked on its way out of here. A gigantic blast. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 13-9. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
And the batter now, Ozzy Albies. And it's through for a hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. Sean Murphy digs in now. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport.
Murphy.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Thomas makes the play, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Alek Thomas. And a pitch. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. And there's the strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
So now 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And another ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Hit in the air, right field. Acuna there. Hauls it in for the out. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Gabriel Moreno.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Murphy makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Now here is Geraldo Perdomo.
Geraldo Perdomo.
A little out front there as he swings through.
1-1's the count.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
1-0.
And he deals. Foul ball. On the ground to third. Oh, nice play. Fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Miguel Castro taking over on the mound.
Number 50.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Bounce to third. Gathers and throws to first. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. And here is Michael Harris.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Gurriel handles the chance.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. JT Happ getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 14-9. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, and he's out.
Yeah, you're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here in Atlanta, all set for the start of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Randall Grichuk. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Cat makes the grab, 1 down.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Carroll in the box now, no balls and a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Pulls it down, and they're 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Marte in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's a little high. 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Paul Sewald.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And the right-hander deals. That one ripped. Carroll hustling after it. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you got to be able to shut it down, stay at second.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. A massive home run. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 15-9. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
And that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. That's hard hit on the line. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. Lined into right. Carroll hauls it in to end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up for the D-backs. Back at Truist Park, and down the first base.
The first baseman, Christian Walker.
Now we see Raisel Iglesias out of the bullpen.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Iglesias.
A wide to kick the pitch. Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And here it comes. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Suarez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That's in there. That's strike 1. The Diamondbacks with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. And 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. It's 15-11. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
Now here is Alec Thomas. That's in for a strike.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined. My scorecard was ugly for that series. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Cat makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. And you use like 5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're always judging the different pens. That, you know, I get the skinny scoring pen, and then I have the red, and then the black, and then I got a highlighter. So there is a lot going on. They're down to their final strike. This could end it. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The 0-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Two outs. Right through there, got it. And that'll do it.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game 1 to set the tone.
Singy, we saw plenty of offense in this one.
Yeah, no doubt, and they were wearing out home plate. Just look at these numbers. I mean, we were treated to a lot of fireworks in this one.
15-11, the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.